Hey, it's Melanie Ash at melanieashfitness.com. Today I want to share with you a very simple and easy healthy breakfast that is going to save you so much time in the morning, and it's also going to allow you to make sure that you have a healthy meal to start your day. This is one of my absolute favorites. It is so easy. You are not going to believe this. It's a nice way, easy way to make oatmeal without having to even use the stove or get out a pot and a pan. Super, super simple. And you're actually going to do this the night before so that when you wake up in the morning, all you have to do is grab your Tupperware. If you're on your way to work, you can eat it at your desk. You don't have to heat it up if you don't want to. It's really, really quick. So I call this overnight oats. And you're actually going to do the work of cooking your oatmeal overnight while you're in bed sleeping. So I'm going to start with my food scale. Plastic Tupperware container so that I can take it with me on the go if I'm going to work. And I use a food scale to measure my oatmeal. You don't have to. You can use a measuring cup and just measure it out. But I like to be really exact, so I use a food scale. So I've zeroed out the scale so it's not counting the weight of the Tupperware. I'm going to add my oats, and what I like to use is old-fashioned rolled oats. Minute oats, this won't work. They're too broken down. You've got to use a heartier old-fashioned oats, rolled oats. I've not tried steel-cut oats, but I'm not sure if it would work out as well because they're a little bit more dense. I love Bob's Red Mill. They're gluten-free. Make sure that you're looking for old-fashioned oats. They also have, Quaker has a nice brand. I know Kroger's brand is great too. Just make sure it's not quick cooking instant oats. That's very important. So I've measured out my serving, half a cup of oats, or in this case 40 grams. It's the same measurement. Then you can really add protein powder if you'd like to make it a little bit more protein dense. I'm going to add PB2, which is, if you're not familiar, it's a powdered peanut butter. They've just removed the oil from the peanuts and then ground it down into a powder. So it gives you that nice peanut butter flavor, but without the fat and calories that comes along with peanut butter. Look, peanut butter is definitely healthy. I'm not saying don't eat peanut butter, but if you're someone like myself and you just have a really hard time with portion control when it comes to peanut butter and almond butter, this is a great way to get that same satisfaction and get the taste and flavor without overdoing it on calories, because peanut butter, peanuts, almonds, all nuts are very, very healthy, but they're very calorie dense, so portion control is key when it comes to eating those healthy foods. You can still eat a lot of calories of them really quickly. So I've added my PB2. You could also add a protein powder if you like. You don't have to. You could just do this with oats. I usually recommend adding at least a protein with your breakfast. So if you're not putting protein powder in the oats, maybe some egg whites on the side or any other protein that you like. Then here's the little trick. What I'm going to use is a half a cup. I'm using unsweetened cashew milk. That's my preference. You can use any non-dairy milk you like. You can use sweetened. You could use regular milk if you like. I just like this because it's lower sugar and lower calorie, and I don't do dairy. That's a personal thing for me. It's not that I recommend it. It's just that my body does better when I don't do dairy. Just a half a cup. Not a full cup. If you were cooking on the stove, it would usually tell you to use, 3/4 of a cup to a cup. Just a half a cup. You want just enough of your liquid, whatever, you choose that to be. You can do this with water too if you're really trying to save on calories, or maybe you don't like milks. You could do this with water. You want just enough to cover it. If you can see, it's not overflowing the oats. It's just enough so that when I mix this in, and there is that little bit of PB2 in there as well, that it's just enough liquid, so there's just a little bit of extra. You do want a little bit of extra, although if you don't use enough, you can rectify that in the morning typically by just adding a little more and mixing it up. So what I'm going to do is mix that up till it's all nice and mixed together, and you'll see it's just kind of liquidy. I'll put the lid on that. I'll put it in the refrigerator, leave it overnight. Now, I'll be honest with you, you could probably do this even in just a few hours. It cooks it up pretty well. I'm just gonna move away from the camera really quickly and grab my finished one out of the fridge. Hang on one second. Ta-da! I'm like attached through the mic, so forgive me. So this is the one that I did earlier, and it actually was only in there for a couple hours. You don't have to do this overnight. It will work within just probably 30 minutes. But if you do it overnight, that way you can, save yourself some time in the morning. Get up in the morning, it's ready to go. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it's made in oatmeal, so it's nice and dense. That liquid is all absorbed. What happens is while it's sitting in the fridge, the oat soaks up the moisture, and that basically does the work of cooking the oatmeal. So in the morning, I'll just take this. I eat it cold. You could pop it in the microwave and heat it up. You could add protein powder after in the morning if you prefer, but you're gonna wanna add a little bit more liquid to mix it up. You could put nuts on it. You could add a nut butter. You could do unsweetened coconut flakes. You could do fruit. There are endless combinations then of how you could customize it to your liking. But this way, you could even make 5 of them on a Sunday night. Put them in the fridge, they'll save, it's not gonna go bad, and then every day of the week before you leave for work, just grab it, throw it in your bag, eat it at your desk while you're answering emails. So quick and easy, so delicious. If you like oatmeal, you have to try it. I promise you it's gonna save you time, and it's a very great high fiber, nutrient dense breakfast to get you going in the morning, make you feel fueled up and ready to take on your day. If you like this, you can find more really easy, healthy, clean recipes at melanieashfitness.com in my free clean eating recipe ebook. Up in the upper right-hand corner there at melanieashfitness.com, you'll see recipe book. Click on that. You can also find it here if you're on Facebook in my cover photo. There's a link to it as well. It is totally free. Over 30 recipes, really easy, really clean, simple ingredients. Not going to take you a lot of time, but they're very healthy and nutrient dense. Thanks so much. Hope you try it out. Let me know what you think.